Sid the Sloth is a character you may remember from the 2002 animated film Ice Age. I think the trajectory of the franchise is exemplified by how he's characterized in the films. The first film makes it clear he's stupid and, for lack of a better word, pathetic. Bad things happen to him because he's awkward and annoying. However, importantly, aside from the bumbling is the desire to do the right thing. He has the empathy to want to help people in a bad situation, but is too stubborn to quit trying to help. That combines to form a character who you can sympathize with, but also laugh when his schemes go wrong. Trying to help causes problems but brings people together, and ultimately makes it worth it. In the second film, The Meltdown, I think all the characters got a bit of a downgrade. Sid is still right about things while being obnoxious about it, but upping the ante by having them run from a disaster somewhat stole the show. Overall, it felt a bit loose, but I think it could be forgiven since it's the first sequel and maybe they weren't expecting it to have another film. After all, the first film ended pretty well. The third film, while not perfect, I like probably the most because they really nailed those elements. Upon seeing the family stumbled into creating Dissolve, he sets out to find new people. Maybe a bit selfish, but understandable. When he finds eggs he thinks are in need, he is both disturbed by the apparent peril they're in, but also thought that it would help fill his need for love and respect. This is a bit complicated, but it works, and again, it's understandable. Him not thinking things through leads to a dinosaur coming to look for her stolen eggs. The dinosaur eventually is charmed by Sid. He brings the herd back together by inspiring them to get together looking for him. This also inspires a weasel they meet along the way to improve, but ultimately he does stay in the Lost World. It's a nice stack of circumstances where the characters are inspired to rescue each other, even if at times a bit misguided. I'd say it's pretty wholesome. Scrat also returns to being a character who rides alongside the rest of the characters, but isn't actively causing the main driver of the plot. Then there's the next two movies. One thing you can't let go is that they basically did the same plot twice, and let the incoming natural disasters fill in for character-driven motivation. It's a different style of movie, and I don't think it works that well. At least not with the character's motivation subjugated to whatever giant rocks are doing at the moment. It's stuff that happens to them and they respond, but on a scale where they're not driven to do anything except write it out. As far as the focus on Sid goes, Sid gets turned into a character who's just a loser with no redeeming qualities. He's a punching bag that, whenever there's a dull moment, they can throw something at him and call for laughter. As if to keep him from being the most annoying character, they throw in an even more obnoxious character who steals the spotlight too often for jokes that, in my opinion, aren't funny, and certainly aren't funny enough to warrant the attention given to them. He's not the reason they go on the adventure, and he only causes problems for the sake of adding complications, not because he was trying to do something caring and failed at it. What about the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild? Well, oddly I did like that one, but also Sid isn't in the film much, let alone as a focus. Despite its title, it's largely a film about Crash and Eddie who stumbles into a plot to take over a previously unseen civilization. When Sid does show up, it's mainly just to give the dumbest quips ever. He's annoying and impulsive, but he's given minimal screen time, so it's barely worth analyzing his role here the way his role might be analyzed in the other films.